Hi guys, it's Ollie from flightcomp, and I finally got some time to be able to work on the mini or micro Optimus project, and I was able to finish. I think that what would be the hardest part of the project, which is actually making a usable fuselage pod from the molds I made. And here we go. This is my first attempt making a fuselage. It actually came out much better than I expected. Um, I ended up using too much resin, and it was so well sealed all around the edges that it actually didn't let the balloon fully expand. And I got some trapped resin and air bubbles in here. But this fuselage is actually still usable. I also have some holes here on the bottom. The other problem that I had was my overlaps on my material were too short, and I think the material moved a little bit when the balloon inflated and created some holes here. So I made another one, which is this guy, which came out really, really well. You can see it looks pretty nice. The balloon inflated nicely with not too many problems. It's lighter than the first one. I definitely use less resin and less materials. I've cut out the canopy hole here, and I've cut out a hole here to allow me to install the wing mounts, and I might actually put servos here too. I don't know yet. But yeah, I'm super happy with this. Definitely going to use this part on the project. The finish is pretty good, as you can see. I just used some white spray paint. Not the best paint in the world, but it did the job. And I could probably polish this a little bit if I wanted to. But yeah, so I'm going to move on to actually mating this fuselage to the wing. So this is how it's going to look. I'll turn it upside down. Try to hold this in position. You can see that it mates to the wing pretty nicely. So the design work I did really paid off, because I'm going to have a nice mount to put the wing onto. And as I showed you guys in a previous video, I already made the mounting holes for the wing. So the next thing I'm going to do is I have these little aluminum threaded inserts. They're really tiny. They're 3mm screws. And those are going to mount somewhere here and here. So that's going to be the next thing I'm going to do. I'm going to get the wing mated onto the pod, and then I'm going to start fitting and cutting the boom, the broken part of the boom that I have, to the pod. I'll just get it to fit nicely. I won't glue it on yet. But once I get the wing mounted and the boom cut, I can move on to the tail, and we'll be one step closer to actually flying this thing. I know it's taken a long time, but I got a ton of other projects going on, so I'm just putting a little bit of work in this at a time. And really making the mold for this and making this fuselage took a lot of effort, like the majority of the effort in this project. So I took a little bit of video of actually making this part and demolding this piece. I actually took this piece to a F5J competition when it was still in the mold, and I demolded it at the competition in front of some of my friends just to, give them a little treat, and people got a kick out of it. So yeah, you can check that video out now, and then hopefully in the next update sometime soon we'll have the wing mounted and the boom cut and fitted.
yes, it's going.
Here we go. It's just this crack in the case. Oh, whoa! Looks nice. Whoa. Dude. Well done. Oh, that's impressive. That really is.
I mean, there could be a bunch of air bubbles in it.
There aren't any. Oh,
Oh,
whoa!
wow.
Nice.
And that's the first one, and those are always the ones that are usually.
No, this is the second
oh,
one.
okay, I was going to say the first one you just put in and tear out. Nice.
Very nice.